Hi Taurus, welcome to your When the X Returns reading for mid-December to end December 2018. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. Six of Swords, a transition. This is overall energy. So this could be someone trying to figure out a way to move on or move through a difficult situation in hopes to be a better partner or to have a better relationship. All right. Knight of Wands, Eight of Swords, Ace of Swords, Ace of Coins, two aces, wow. The Devil. Could be thinking about a Capricorn, Taurus. All right. I will withhold what I was going to say until I finish the spread, and I will get to these in a minute. Okay. All right. Five of Coins. Give me something. The Moon, Pisces or Cancer there. The Lovers, Gemini. And the Ace of Wands. Alrighty. Okay, so I think there was a lot of passion and chemistry in the relationship, but it wasn't very stable, and your partner probably felt like they were just trapped. They didn't know how to get out of it. One part of the relationship was really good, but the rest, there was a lot of problems with the other part. Maybe there was some, a come to Jesus meeting or that truth talk that, something came, they either had an epiphany, a truth was shared, they reached some clarity, they decided to cut it off and go their own way and start off by themselves. We've got three aces here, so let me see what that is. So basically they decided, you know what, there's certain things I really like about this person, but it's just there's too much negativity or too much of it that is not good or stable, and I can't have that. I got to go off on my own. I just got to make a clean break and go off on my own. I realize I've had this epiphany that I can't be, it's just not good for me. It's not stable. I want my own stability and security. That's paramount to me right now. Okay, let me see what's four ace, three aces. Small success. All right, so three aces is a small success. All right, so there's that. This could be, they want, it's nothing more than a booty call, shall we say, to be crass, okay? This is them kind of showing back up, but, so that's one scenario. It could be like, hey, what are you doing? Are you up? You want to come over? That sort of thing. But this also could be a very karmic relationship, okay? Whether it's we got two sixes here, so let me see what two sixes are. Maria, what's this? This is that reduced to 9. Okay, so that's 6. Let me see what two sixes are. Irritability. Small success and irritability. Okay, so maybe this person went off and made something of themselves, but they remember you fondly in the bedroom, and they're back for seeing if there's a chance with that. However, this is someone that they had their ups and downs with you, and they probably aren't able to quit the connection. This is kind of like that karmic sort of, that somebody's got that special something something. Okay, so while they've gone off on their own, there was this mental prison or feeling trapped or held hot. Just they couldn't see their way out of it. This is somebody that might have been consumed by fear, and just it wasn't a healthy attachment, and they went off on their own, and they're doing fine, but you still have that hold on them, and they felt a definite loss and disconnect when you two broke up, or just in general when they think of you. It's almost like, I want to say like the one that got away, or just that why couldn't it have worked out? There's a void. There's a void. Let's clarify that. There's a void, yeah, there's a void, there's a disappointment. They're fine on their own, but I think they would have liked it to have been something more. But right after it got off the ground, there was like, oh nope, I cannot do this, and yet they're showing back up again. I think they wanted more from you and more with you, but in their mind, it was much better to go off on their own and be secure by themselves to take care of, because maybe they're thinking that this just wasn't a healthy attachment or a healthy relationship, and yet they still feel that connection with you. Both of these are about a connection beyond, like, this could be an unhealthy attachment. This could be wanting just sex, like they're horny, so they're but within the whole layout here, this would suggest that it's a connection they can't quit. Simply put, you're almost like a drug or a habit to them. And they did feel that soul connection with you, that soulmate, that past life, that whole karmic connection. Both of these speak to a karmic connection, and they definitely felt that very strongly. Wow. They feel like, I think this is why they're just so, and they feel like such a loss, like you're the one that got away, because even though they felt like, oh my gosh, that Eight of Swords energy, that consumed by fear, being in a mental prison, not knowing what to do, they thought of you as the ideal partner, and there was a great love there. So it's very strange, because you would think that something unhealthy and codependent, maybe this is about, well, I don't know, because they could be showing back up again to see. Hold on here. A couple of things here. I think they saw you as soulmates, and that you were the ideal partner, and very loving and giving and kind. This could be codependency. This could be that you were very nurturing and very, very caring and compassionate for this person while they went out and did their dastardly deeds, while they went out and did what they wanted to do. But this is also a very independent energy. They like to do a lot by themselves and for themselves. And maybe things moved too quickly and it made them feel trapped, and they didn't want to get tied down. They felt like it was unhealthy or toxic to get attached or tied down too quickly, and yet they can't get over you. They really do. They keep circling back around it. They haven't been able to get over the void or the loss that it's created. And while they're very independent and they do things on their own, they would have liked. They're probably realizing now that you were the ideal partner. For whatever reason, either you're on the up and up, and this is a soulmate connection, or this is somebody that really wants to be taken care of, and that's why you were the ideal partner. That's for you to decide, because that's your situation, right? They are not dating anybody substantial. Word to the wise, word of caution. You probably know this, Taurus. Okay, this could be Pisces or Cancer right here, so they're dealing with that. This is someone that keeps things murky. They like control. This is a very independent energy. We got 3 aces here. They do things by and for themselves, largely on the whole, because they don't want to be controlled. Connection might equal control to them. Again, with the independent, very self-sufficient, self-sustaining energy, makes their own money, does what they want with their own money, when they want, why they want it. They don't want to account for anyone, and yet they feel that connection with you. Henceforth, the reason why I'm saying that is because this is someone that maybe wants to keep things murky. They want to keep things confused. They want to keep things on their terms only, to where they're the only one that really knows what's going on. Everybody else around them has anxiety or is confused about the situation. Not has anxiety, but just is kind of like, okay, well, where are we? What are we doing? What's going on? Or there's just kind of nebulous. Maybe there's just a lot of hookups. There's nothing really secure. They don't really connect with anybody. They kind of remain aloof or disconnected, because they're still processing all of this about you. So when they show back up again, they might be in that cycle, Taurus, of that just might be their MO, to keep things kind of murky and hidden and mysterious for a while until they're sure, because they value and prize their independence over everything else. but they did feel that special soulmate connection with you, that special bond with you. So, and I think that's really hard for them because they feel a certain way about you, and they do think that you were like the ideal mate, but I think connection really bothers them. I think they want to keep everything separate. I don't think they like to, the more I'm getting into the reading, it feels like they are something they're a force to be reckoned with. I mean, we've got all this independent energy. They can create, they can earn their own money, they can take care of themselves, they can make their own whatever they want. You know what I mean? It's almost like the magician here. But at the same time, it feels like love them and leave them, because they don't want a commitment, they don't want a connection, and yet they can't get over you, it feels like. That's why they're circling back around again. Whole lot of murkiness behind here. Whole lot of not very forthcoming with the information. They're probably very irresistible. Okay. And they want to see if you would be willing to get back together or start something new or start up again. We've got the Ace of Wands here. So this is probably speaking to a very passionate physical connection that they're wanting to see, hey, can we start here at least? Or would you be willing to, friends with benefits type situation? This is not stable. They've got that over here for themselves. With you, the reason for reconnecting and coming back, while they can't quit you and they feel like you might be the one that got away, and they think of you fondly, and they do think of you as a soulmate connection, this new beginning right here is going to start off as passion first only. It might develop into something later, but that's kind of their MO, the very seductive, sexy, entrancing energy. And then things are kind of just don't get really settled or committed or talked about after that. So it's going to start with the passion with this person, Taurus. They're going to show back up, and you two are probably going to end up in the bedroom, just saying. After that, don't know. Yep, things are going to happen very quickly. So when they show up, they're probably wanting a visit in the bedroom, just saying. Or they might even be asking, hey, would you be open to that side of it? Things are going to happen very quickly without stability or consequence. They're not looking for anything other than probably a good, with you, okay? And yet over here we have this whole feeling that soulmate connection. I just worry that maybe it was kind of codependent because they see you two as suited and as soulmate connection, but it could be that you were very nurturing and caring. This is Taurus right here. This is Taurus. Empress is Taurus. So you could have been the ideal mate for them, but were they the ideal mate for you? You know what I mean? That's another one. Yeah. This is saying that with what I said earlier about it's probably going to be a very passionate reconnection, and it's going to happen very quickly, but what's going to happen after that remains to be seen. They're going to be non-committal. They're going to block off their emotions. They're not going to want to make a decision. They're going to be indecisive. But they definitely want that connection with you because there was something there. But connection to them and commitment makes them feel trapped. They'd rather do it themselves. They'd rather think of their own ideas, create their own victories and progress, and have their own security. Any kind of connection makes them feel trapped. So, okay. All right, Taurus. Let me get you some oracle cards here. I got 3 of them. So it's going to start off with no connections, just they're wanting the physical probably. Even though they feel this way, things are going to happen fast. They're going to get physical, and then it'll be no decision, no anything. Maybe not even talking after that. Maybe this is not talking, not seeing each other again. Okay. Taurus. Oh my goodness, can you see? Did I shove that too far up there? Does it really matter? See, now I shoved that down. You can't see that. Okay. All right. Taurus. Illusion, self-examination, and distortion, reflection. Mirroring this. Do not discount the fact that they are probably involved with other people to some degree. Maybe nothing committed or connected, much like the same it is with you. They are probably not exes. They're probably just people they probably don't have the significance that you do, I should say that. So just keep that in mind, that you might not be the only person that they're involved with. No matter how enchanting and dynamic this person is and how good the relations are, there's a lot you don't know going on behind the scenes. That's the illusion piece of it. The other piece is the whole self-examination and what's distorted versus what's reality. Do the best you can to stay in check and realize, okay, this might only be for this situation. It doesn't mean that they're going to want, even though they feel this way about you, yeah, it's not going to be anything sustaining at first. At least that's what this is saying. Taurus. Fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. They could be very upfront about it, but there's a seductive quality to this. So make sure that if they're not on the up and up about it, that you get that sorted up front. Like, okay, what's going on here? If that's what you need to know. If you don't care, then go for it. But as far as, your feelings being important, or you feeling, that you're not going to feel a certain way afterwards or whatever, just make sure that you're realistic about it up front before you get involved again with this person, if you decide to open that door and talk to them again or answer that text. And I grabbed the wrong cards. Taurus. Breaking free of a cycle in this case. So this is about being dissatisfied with the cycles or the things that bind us or hold us back, and breaking free of that. Much to the surprise of everybody around you, probably, but maybe this is you wanting more, or this is you like, okay, I see what's going on here, but I'm not going to be held hostage by it anymore. Yeah, you've got, all this going on, and I really, loved you and felt strongly, but I'm not willing to go past a certain point unless we have a talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. You know what I mean? Like, unless, like, you're not willing to accept certain things anymore. So while you can confine it to this, it's not going to go any further for you until other conditions are met, maybe, or whatever your wants and needs are discussed, that sort of thing. Okay. So that is what I have for you, Taurus. You stay vigilant here, because this is a very intoxicating energy. I imagine that this person is quite something, and when they show back up again, it's going to be like, ah, and it's going to, maybe this is you trying to get over them, or trying to just figure out a way to compartmentalize your feelings or your emotions, trying to move past. Okay, all right, Taurus, I hope this was helpful. I thank you for stopping by. I wish you luck with this. You be careful, okay? I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.